Hello, my name is Philip A. Claseria, and I was an Olympic athlete before a dangerous ACL tear nearly brought my career to an end. Fortunately, with the help of my coach and a trained physician, I was able to make a full recovery, climb back up the mountain of motor development, and return doing what I love most. Here's my story.
Recovering from the injury was very difficult for me, not just physically, but also mentally. I was not used to compensating for such a serious injury, and it was incredibly frustrating for me to have to relearn basic movements after I had been so skillful for so long. Thankfully, I had the help of my coach, who encouraged me and provided me with support as I recovered.
Phil came up to me after his injury. He was very disappointed after surgery, and we helped him with Dan, the physician, to find different styles of exercises that can help him build up in the fundamental period back to the skillful and compensate for that torn ACL. How to start from the fundamental period again. We had worked with them and Dan to do various exercises. One of the first exercises he did was working with Dan just to stretch his knees and completely gain strength in that knee, and so he could walk by himself.
God bless us, everyone. We were broken people living.
Also, he did assisted squats against the wall, just with body weight, just so he started to learn again what his movement is like.
Loaded gun and it can't be outfought, it can't be outdone, it can't be outmatched, it can't be outrun.
After this fundamental period, we worked with Phil to a more context-specific period. Two exercises that we used were squats, but this time with the squats, he wasn't assisted by the wall, as well as doing step-ups to gain strength.
God bless us, everyone. We're broken people living under loaded gun, and it can't be outfought, it can't be outdone, it can't be outmatched.
Back to his skillful level, we kept working with him. Two more exercises that we did that were mostly content-specific, but almost like skillful level, were agility work
Can't be outrun, oh, and when I close.
and balance work. And Dan, the physician, also could talk more about that.
God bless us, everyone. We're broken people living under loaded gun.
Chmielewski et al.'s 2002 study, they detail an effective training technique called perturbation training. Perturbation refers to one's compensation after losing their balance. In this training, Phil will be standing on his injured leg, and he'll be tossed a frisbee, and he'll need to keep his balance and catch the frisbee at the same time. So what exactly is the ACL and an ACL injury? Well, according to Marcados et al. In their 2012 study, both the anterior and the posterior cruciate ligaments control the forward and backward motions of the knee. And so the ACL specifically controls the forward motion of the knee, and it provides a functional constraint in that it prevents the tibia from sliding past the femur. One of the key ways for an athlete to compensate after an ACL injury is to reduce the amount of forward force on the tibiofemoral joint. And according to Shelburne et al.'s 2005 article, this can be done by strengthening a number of different muscles that stabilize the knee joint in different ways. So the reason an ACL injury is so devastating for an athlete is because it causes them to fall all the way down the mountain from the skillful level to the fundamental patterns period. But by strengthening all of these muscles, they can slowly start to work their way back up to skillfulness.
So I've been training to be an Olympic sprinter now for over 15 years, so on the mountain of motor development, you could certainly say that I was an expert. However, after my ACL tear, I could barely walk, and I fell all the way back down the mountain to the fundamental patterns period. It was there that my physician explained to me that I would have to relearn a lot of the movements that I had already been practicing for years in order to compensate for my injury. Over time, as my ACL healed, I'd be able to perform more advanced movements, and eventually I'd be able to return to the skillful level that I'd been practicing at previously.